Senator Kari Lake has a nice ring to it. I like the way Senator Kari Lake sounds. Welcome into the Republican National Convention, day 3. Of course, tonight is J.D. Vance night, but for my money, last night was Kari Lake night. As you know, I've said many, many times, one of my favorite political figures in America. And Kari Lake joins us. I mean, I had to wrestle you away from the throng, and I did it myself. I didn't have anybody. I don't have any people. I did it and brought you over to the Mike Gallagher position. It's so great to see you in person finally.
It's really nice. I've always enjoyed your show before I ever got into politics. When I was in media, I enjoyed your show.
Big TV star,
so
big TV anchor.
Sitting here with you, it's kind of like a pinch me moment. I can't believe it. Good to meet you.
It's an honor. It's great to meet you in person as well. In fact, I don't know if I have this kinship. I have friends, female journalists, women who have been TV superstars. Jane Robelo, who went on to CBS, and one of my dear friends in South Carolina. And of course, you were a big beloved TV broadcaster, and now I really think you're going to be the next U.S. Senator for the great state of Arizona.
That's what we're working toward.
Numbers are looking good, right?
The numbers are looking good.
Tight.
Our poll numbers are up. It's still tight, but the good news is we just got a poll back before Saturday, showed me up a couple.
Good.
President Trump well above what he needs to do to win.
Good.
And I'm lucky that I have pretty much 100% name ID in Arizona. Right now, nobody knows who my opponent, Ruben Gallego, is.
Right.
They just hear the name and they think he's an average Democrat. And of course, he's got Soros bucks. So he's running a ton of ads, painting himself as a cross between Mr. Rogers and G.I. Joe, when in fact he's much more like Nancy Pelosi with a beard. This guy votes with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris 100% of the time.
Wow. Not even 98%.
I can't think of any good ideas that they've come up with, but he thinks they're 100% on target.
Wow.
Even the squad doesn't vote with him. My opponent, Ruben Gallego, is too radical for the squad. They don't even vote with him 100%.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your wonderful association with Donald Trump, because let's face it, everything changed Saturday. Yeah. Our hearts all stopped. We thought, this is the end. This is awful. They killed him. And thank the Lord, God was smiling that day, and he was not killed. Our hearts go out to the Campatori family and their loss. But if it's true that it all changed, even the Democrats are throwing in the towel saying Biden can't beat him, that has to benefit these tough Senate races like the one in Arizona, and it's got to benefit Kari Lake. I really believe this, because you really, a lot of people joke that you're MAGA and you're Donald Trump, and you are.
They called me Trump in heels once and thought I would be offended. I said, that's the greatest compliment ever. Thank you very much.
I mean, but don't you feel cautiously optimistic that maybe, just maybe, the tide is going to turn, and November 5th is going to be a great day for Republicans and a particularly great day for Arizona and Kari Lake?
I'll let you in on a secret. I don't necessarily believe all the polls because I'm on the ground every day. I don't think there's any politician, except for maybe President Trump, who talks to more people, because I'm out there every day. I'm on my bus tour. The whole state does know me. People come up to me.
Right.
I think it's much bigger. I think it's landslide for President Trump. I think
Wow.
we're going to win in a big way,
I do
because
too.
people are tired of it. I went into a very Democrat community along the border, and I talked to the people who live there, not the politicians, because politicians always stick together, the Democrat
Right.
politicians.
Right.
I talked to the people. We had a couple hundred people there. Almost everyone was Democrat or independent. There's very few Republicans in Nogales, Arizona.
Right.
And huge crowd showed up, and they're all voting for Trump, and they're all interested in voting for me, because they realize, the border, they live on the border. They need to have the border open for legal commerce.
Sure.
They want people to come in and shop and go back and forth. But what they recognize is that people are coming not just from Mexico and Central America, 168 countries. People
Right.
from countries that you probably you've never heard of, you can't pronounce, languages nobody understands.
Right.
And they're being dropped off by the hundreds in this community.
Right. Kari Lake is joining us.
So they want a secure border as well.
Of course they do. In fact, I watched you just now give an interview as I was trying to, barrel through and pull you away from the throng. But you were giving an interview to a Native American journalist. And there's a Native American community in Arizona that has deep concerns about illegal immigration. They have deep concerns about the economy. Again, I'm going to sound like a fanboy here, but no surprise, Kari, you were just rattling off ways that you intend to benefit the Native American community in your state. And I could see the journalist was impressed. He was actually kind of blown away because you were going through, and you were getting into the counties and where the Native American community is located. But this is how you're connecting with Arizonans. You're doing this on a one-on-one level. You're touring the state. You're meeting and greeting. In fact, he said, "Well, Carrie, we're having a little hard time reaching politicians and getting access." And you said, "Here I am." I mean, I'm. What do you mean?
Imagine people passing this great opportunity to talk to the folks living on our tribal lands,
right?
And they're sitting there with a great outlet that talks directly to the people, and
right.
Nobody's going up and saying they want to talk. I went up and said, "Are you guys open? Because I want to talk to you." And they said, "We're going to bring somebody over." So we had a great conversation.
And it was a good conversation. It was a very positive. I was fascinated by that conversation.
About our tribal lands. They're supposed to be sovereign nations, but whenever they want to do something, they have to go beg for the federal government.
Right.
And that's not right. That's not how the setup is. Everyone's tired of this onerous federal government that's getting involved in every aspect of our life. They want to tell us what kind of washing machine, refrigerator we can buy. Right. They want to force us into an EV vehicle when maybe that's not what we want.
Right.
They want to push regulations. President Trump was so good. He peeled back so many regulations.
That's right.
It was finally like you could breathe. And now it's like having somebody sitting on you.
Right.
And you can't breathe. I told the story in that last interview about a rancher I talked to. Tough guy. He shook my hand. It felt like an old leather glove. I mean, this is a guy who works with his hands and has forever. And he was almost in tears. He had tears welling up in his eyes. And he said, "Carrie, we've got a great ranch. It's getting really hard. It's been in my family for 5 generations." Wow. And the EPA has dropped so many new regulations on us under Joe Biden. They want us to break
Correct.
And sell our ranch.
Well, that's the goal. I hate to say
that they ranchers and smaller.
They want to break their backs. They want to hurt.
They want it all corporatized.
Correct. They want to take it away. Carrie Lake for Senate. I think she's going to win. And Carrie, I just want you to know on a personal level, I was cheering for you last night. For people who are worried about this new theme of unity, kumbaya. Or somebody asked me yesterday, I did an interview with our Los Angeles affiliate, and they said, "Mike, are you worried that Trump nearly getting killed is going to lead to this kinder, gentler kumbaya moment? Is the Republican Party going to lose their fighting spirit?" And I said 2 words: Carrie Lake. Watch her tonight. Watch her passion. Watch her patriotism. Watch her love for America. And you didn't disappoint, Carrie. You were tremendous last night.
I do want to unify with my fellow Americans who love this country and want to make it a better and safer place.
Yep.
I did go after the fake news media.
I know you did, and I loved it.
Why was somebody interested in killing President Trump? Why this hatred for President Trump? TDS. Where'd that come from?
Right.
It came from the media.
That's right.
Before President Trump had the wonderful audacity to say, "I'm going to jump into politics as a citizen politician," which is what I'm doing and what Ronald Reagan did.
Right.
Everyone loved him. And then the media has gone on an 8-year smear campaign aimed at one man. It's been character assassination. People who don't love President Trump have sadly been the victims of one of the biggest brainwashing campaigns we've ever seen.
Right. And you know something? That message that you delivered last night, what people outside Arizona may not realize, and this is why it was so powerful, you were one of them. I mean, people don't know you were one of the most popular, beloved TV anchors in Arizona. And so for you to stand at that giant podium and take the media to task, excuse me, Carrie, don't lecture us media about lowering the tone when you've called him Hitler and you've called him Mussolini.
They're the ones who caused this division. The media is all about dividing, pushing hatred, fear, because when you're afraid, divided, and angry, you sit in front of the TV and you're a good news consumer.
That's right.
We don't want good news consumers because this news is such garbage and lies.
That's right.
We want people who are going to get out, get involved, and we're going to rebuild this country and make it so awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
What a joy it is to finally meet you in person. It's better than Skype and over camera. Knock 'em dead on the campaign trail. We're pulling for you. We're praying for you. If I was an Arizona resident, I'd vote for you 3 times.
Arizona right now, we're doing great. Our primary, we're up by a ton.
Good.
But I still want everyone to vote. You got to vote. Send those. If you've got a ballot in your mailbox right now, fill it out. President Trump's endorsed me some of the great fighters in the Senate, like Mike Lee, Tommy Tuberville. Well, basically everybody has endorsed me in the Senate. J.D. Vance.
J.D. Vance, of course, is a big Carrie Lake fan. And you know something? The bottom line is you just delivered an important message. You can't stay home. You can't sit on the sidelines, Carrie.
Nobody can.
We can't. We got a few months to do this. And you've got to win. Trump's got to win.
Everyone's duty to vote and get out there and get active. We've got a republic, if you can keep it. As you know, you've got a republic if you can keep it. We're in the if you can keep it phase right now.
Keep fighting the good fight. Great job last night, and thank you for stopping by. I know how busy you are. Kari Lake here on the Mike Gallagher Show. A lot more coming up. Don't go away.